Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gina Bianca podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm glad that you guys are loving the podcast. Thank you so much for the messages, for the support, for the shares, all of that. You guys are so amazing. Thank you so much again. If you like this episode or any of my episodes, please feel free to take a screenshot, post them on your Instagram story, and don't forget to tag us. Every time you share the podcast, it's opening up so more people can have access to this amazing free information. So thank you so much for sharing it. I have one ask of you this week, and I'm asking you to take some time and send my podcast to somebody who you think really would need it. So we all have those friends who just like have excuse after excuse after excuse, or who are telling the same stories over and over. And the biggest gift you can give them is by giving them a little bit of tough love and giving them a resource. So I would definitely pick your favorite episodes, send it to them, and then try to discuss it with them to try to get them to follow through and actually listen to the content and the information. The information I'm sharing here, I really want to help and, change people's lives. So thank you so much for all the shares. Again, I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a review, leave a rating. You guys, I should have started this podcast a long time ago, but I was so nervous and scared, and I'm glad that I started it because with an audience like you guys, I can do anything because you're so supportive. So thank you so much again. And this episode is going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about me, and let's get into it. Welcome to the Gina Bianca podcast. So I don't know about you guys, but I've had a pretty crazy week. I'm going to talk about some real shit here. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure tons of you guys can relate to me. So we're going to take a break with the hair and the business for a minute, and we're going to talk about some real shit. Okay. So, I just got back from Blacksburg, Virginia. We just had an amazing class there. It was really, really incredible. Before that, over maybe 4 or 5 days, I started doing the keto diet along with juicing celery juice or juicing celery and working out. So I definitely started a little bit of a healthier routine. If you watch my Instagram stories, you guys know I was like sharing, posting all my recipes and all that stuff. So on my way to Blacksburg, I realized very quickly that I was very ill. Within the first like 20 minutes of leaving, I noticed very quickly that I was very ill, and I was like, okay, this is not good. So every 30 minutes we had to stop, and I was sick, and it was awful. And I'm not telling you this so you feel bad for me. I'm telling you this because I wanted to share with you a little bit about what I'm experiencing with health and trying to crack a different routine and just some other stuff going on. So stay with me. So I'm doing the keto diet, and turns out you have to really measure and keep track of everything, or it really doesn't do much for you. I guess people say it's really, really easy the way that keto works, and I'm sure that it is, but my life is not ever going to be run by food, ever. It just isn't. I grew up with a very weird relationship with food. We would always go out to eat. We would never cook. My mom worked all the time, and she did that to take care of us and everything. So no big deal. But I always grew up eating out a lot, and I just got used to the convenience of eating out. And I'm just like, you know what? Enough is enough. I have to start saving some money and stop eating like this. I really don't feel good after I eat a 3-4 course meal if I go out or something. And I was really just like sick and tired of feeling like shit. So I really just kind of got disgusted with myself, and I think that's what happens when you really want to change. You can't just like change. You have to really get disgusted with your current reality. And the story I was telling myself was like, oh yeah, like this is what happens when you're like 28. Like this is what happens. Your body changes. This is what happens. This is what happens. I started buying bigger clothes. I started just like throwing money at the problem. And what I would end up doing is I would go into my closet and I would take all of my clothes that didn't fit and I would donate them. And then I would like vow, or I would go in and look at all my big clothes clothes and be like, this is disgusting. Like, I'm not going to live like this anymore. I would donate all of my clothes. I'm changing tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. And then I would have the same exact habits as I would have the next day. And it was almost like just punishing myself. And I would throw money at the problem by buying bigger clothes. I would punish myself by donating like really nice clothes. And I just like never made a change. I was almost just like in limbo with my health and how I felt and how I looked. And, you know, there's a lot of pressure when you are, you know, in a position that I am in, you know, on stage or working with very, in my world, very famous and beautiful, amazing people. And, you know, I wore sneakers and a t-shirt at home, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of stress and pressure. And I got to the point where I was really just like dreading anything, like just really nervous about taking pictures with you guys, really just like not feeling good about myself. And, you know, it was getting to the point where I was just like, enough is enough. I'm done. And how this all started, this new routine, was I just started juicing celery. And my friend had been telling me about this for a long time, Ricardo Jara Hair. He like was posting about it all the time, and I was like, celery juice, bleh, not doing that. Ew, it's no from me, not doing that shit, gross. But I do know about myself that one of the best ways for me to jumpstart anything is by juicing. It always, always, always has just like cleared me out, given me energy, given me clarity, given me focus, and it makes me feel light and it makes me feel less heavy, so I feel like I can do more. So I started juicing, and in combination with juicing and keto, I realized very quickly that my stomach could not handle all of that change. So I started adding a very small amount of carbs. Here's another thing. I was not educated in the keto diet, and I really didn't care to be. So like, think about like, if you want to be set up to win, or if you want to be successful, like you kind of have to put in the work, and you kind of like have to care about what you're doing. So I really didn't care about keto, the science behind it. I really didn't care how the diet worked. I really just don't care when it comes to like measuring and obsessing over food. I just don't want to measure and obsess over food. I really don't want that to be my life. And I see other people obsess over food, and I just don't want that to be my life. So what I decided to do is, I'm not going to label myself as doing keto, but I am going to say I am juicing, eating very low carb, very, very, very low carb. With keto, I thought you weren't allowed to have any carbs. I didn't have carbs for 7 days. Not one. I don't even think one carb. But I didn't even research. You're supposed to have carbs on keto, just a little bit. But, you know, I wasn't researching it. I really just wanted to start something. But I would have to say the biggest change I've made is the juicing every morning. And you guys, if you've never juiced in the morning, go buy a juicer. It's like $70. Go buy one. Go get a bunch of vegetables. I just hauled a bunch of vegetables from across the street. I live right across from a grocery store. $27 will make me like 8 juices, which really isn't bad. And if you buy them, it's going to be so much more money than that. And all I do is I go to like robex.com or Fresh Monkey or one of these smoothie places in my area, and I just look at their green smoothies and I just grab those ingredients. And you can always adjust them if you want to, but it's really easy. And it was the best way for me to start just getting a little bit healthier. So low carb, lots of juicing, and just working out. So diet and exercise. That's what I'm doing. So everyone's like, how's keto going? How's keto going? Sending me like 400 recipes. And I'm just like, it's going really good, but like, I don't think my stomach can handle all of that fat, but I'm not sure. You know what I mean? I really didn't give it as much of a good try. I'm not going to pretend that I did. I did like a couple of days with it, maybe like a week with it, and we ate really good. We did all of the things, but I find that I feel so much better just really, really low carb exercising and juicing. That's my wave right now. So that's what I'm doing. I know a lot of you guys are messaging me about it, so I just wanted to give you little preview of what I'm doing just to get into some better shape. I've lost 26 pounds since about 4 or 5 months ago. That really started when I started using cannabis. That was one of the biggest things that helped me lose weight. It really helped me control my appetite, helped me manage my anxiety and stress so I wasn't like stress eating. And it just like calms me out because sometimes you get like hangry. Like if you don't eat for so long, you get hangry and then you just eat whatever, right? And you no control because you just eat like, you come home from work, you're starving, you shovel in 1,800 calories and then you go to bed, wake up, get your iced coffee and do it all over again. Like your poor stomach. Oh, like my poor stomach was, really, really, really beat up. Just from, the eating like huge quantities of food in a short amount of time right before bed and then waking up and not even drinking water, like drinking with an iced coffee. So I have to tell you, I'm feeling much, much better. And I know that New Year's is a time where we all try to get really, really healthy and all of the things. But I really, it wasn't New Year's that got me excited to do this. It was getting really disgusted with myself and really acknowledging that I was just telling a story. Like, I can't run because my foot hurts. It's just a story. Like, it's just a fucking excuse to get out of it. I don't have time to juice every morning. It takes me literally under a minute to make a delicious green juice. It takes me 2 minutes to clean the juicer. It takes me longer to sit through the drive-thru. You know what I mean? So that I don't have time story, all that shit, it's not real. It's really just like you don't want to change your comfortable, cushy routine. So if it's New Year's and you're kind of like, I don't know, I want to make a change, I'm going to challenge you to do one thing, and I'm going to challenge you to replace your morning coffee, bagel, whatever, with something healthy. It could be a juice, could be a bulletproof coffee, could be water, could be whatever, but you're going to start your day way, way, way better. And you won't be craving as much shit and sugar if you're starting with healthy, cleaner vegetables, right? Now, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not like anybody, whatever, but it's working for me. I lost 26 pounds so far. I'm finally under 200 pounds, which has been like, oh my God, like I always was smaller growing up. I always wore like a size 4 to 6. And, as I opened my business, I really let myself go. And there's nothing wrong with being plus size. I felt beautiful plus size. My fiance loved me. Any size. My fiance loves me at any size. He never made me feel anything less than beautiful. Any size I ever was. But it's very nice. He was gone for a while and he was like, yeah, you look really good. I was like, oh, yes, thank you. That makes me want to work 1,000 times harder. I was like, it makes me want to work so much harder than you notice because I really am doing it for me. But why not look my best for him? Right? So I think women and men and anybody are beautiful at any size. I don't think there's anything wrong with any size. However, if you're feeling tired, drained, stressed, all of these things, start with your body. We only have one body. That's all we get in this world is one body, and start to take care of it is like, oh my God. My next thing is smoking. I don't know what my fucking issue is with cigarettes, but I think it's just because I've been smoking for so long and I just don't want to smoke a Juul. I don't know, you guys. So I'm working on myself a lot. I'm really, really working on myself. And I hope that by sharing the little wins that I have or the little things, it inspires you to just like fucking get up and go. Just get up and go. I don't want to just tell you how to pre-book your hair appointments. I want you to like really show up and like serve and show up and perform. So that's what's happening on my end. So anyways, so I am driving to Blacksburg. Finally get to Blacksburg. I am exhausted. I have been ill for 9 hours. We go out, we eat, I eat nothing. I was like, I can't eat anything. My stomach is just so sensitive from like the sickness, right? So I get to the hotel. I talk to Steve. He's relaxing at home with some friends. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. I was in bed by 9 o'clock, right? So something happened at my house while I was gone. And you know, I'm going to just be real with you guys. I went through some real shit over the past couple of days, and I'm not going to share it all over Instagram. I wanted to make sure that, you know, we could process everything that had happened. And I want to just share some real shit with you that's going on. And it's real life. And I'm sure that you guys go through the same stuff. So I hope that maybe me going through it makes you feel a little less alone. But yeah, I'll just share with you. So I was sleeping. And I woke up at 1 or 2 in the morning and opened my eyes, and I got a text from Steve, and it said, "Hey, are you still awake?" And I didn't answer. Now, I didn't answer because I figured, well, he's probably sleeping right now and I don't want to wake him up. So next morning comes along. I'm still very ill. And I wake up and I get a text from him, and it says, "Hey, can you call me?" So I call him right away. And I was like, "What's going on? Like, are you okay? Whatever." And he's like, "So I didn't know if I wanted to tell you this, especially because you have a class today, but I mean, I would want to know if it were me." And I was like, what the fuck happened? Like my heart, my stomach, everything just sank to the floor. I was like, what happened? I was just so nervous, like there was an accident or something happened, and I have to teach in front of 70 people. I cannot do anything. So he was like, "Sorry to tell you this, but our dogs got into a horrible fight." And I was just like, what the fuck happened? I was like, what happened? I was like, literally immediately like wanted to just get in the car and drive home, catch a flight, get home. I was like, what happened? I have a husky and a pit bull. If you guys have seen my page, you guys have seen both of them, Misha and Charlie. And when Steve and I first met, we both had puppies. So Misha and Charlie have been together and best friends. They'll even stay in the same crate. They're like literally inseparable sisters. And they do fight a lot. But these fights are very like... they're siblings, right? So they beat each other up, and people will like watch them fight and be like, holy shit, are they okay? And we're like, they're fine. This is how they get their energy out. And, you know, they took it too far. And this is the first time this had ever happened to us, but Misha ended up in the emergency room because she did get nicked in a spot. It's like right in the corner of her leg where it's just like a weird spot, and she got nicked there and she was bleeding. Like it was, Steve went to grab a pizza and he came home and it was like, enough, quiet. Enough. They're here now, so you'll hear them. So he went to grab a pizza. He was gone for literally 5 minutes because we live right across from a pizza place. And he came back inside, and it was a bloodbath. And I don't know if you guys have dogs, but that is the scariest thing to ever come home to. I can't even imagine. I've never came home to that, and I was literally just feeling so sad that he had to deal with it by himself. I felt so guilty. I know traveling looks and seems glamorous, and I know that a lot of you guys want to do it, but it does come at a price. You know, Steve was by himself with them. He was in the ER all night with Misha. He had to pick her up, do all the medicine. She was in a lot of pain. She was under anesthesia. She had to have surgery, get a drain tube put in her leg. And, you know, he was dealing with that all by himself. And it really made me think like, fuck, when we have kids, like, wow, like this is a lot, you know, because I don't have any kids. So I give a lot of credit to those who do. And it's just a lot. So long story short, you know, I did my class. I came home. My baby was in a lot of pain. She's got her stitches that come out on Monday. Charlie was devastated. She was just like so ashamed and embarrassed, and just, it was an accident. You know, they fight and play all the time. And I guarantee you my husky started it because she starts it all. She's a little shit. She likes to take Charlie's favorite ball and just like squeeze it and blow the air directly into Charlie's ear. And Charlie's like, enough is enough. I'm going to kill you. Right. So, I was feeling like super shitty as a dog parent. I was like, you know what? I suck as a parent. I have no control over my animal, obviously. Like, my dogs are vicious, like they're bad. I was literally thinking every negative, horrible thing while I was away. And I was just really ashamed and embarrassed. And I was like, are we ever going to get back to the point? Like, they're never going to be the same. And that's the story I kept saying. I was like, they're never going to be the same after this. They're never going to be the same after this. Because Charlie was attacked before at a local dog boarding place here in the town of Southington, and she was attacked by 3 pit bulls, and she was never the same after. And all I thought about was my home never being the same. And I was devastated. I was just like, what the fuck? Nothing's ever going to be the same. How are we ever going to come back from this? They broke skin, right? And anyways, I come home, and as soon as I walked into my house, I went right to Charlie and I was like, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I knew it would be really easy to resent one or the other for hurting each other. But when I walked in, I was like, I forgive you. Everyone was sad. Everyone was just like, we don't want this to happen. Like, we wish it never happened. I swear it was just like sad. And like, our house is just full of love and forgiveness and all of the things right now. So I'm like dealing with all of this stuff all week. I can't leave Misha's side because if her stitches break or if she licks or if she pulls the drain tube out, she's got to go right back in for surgery. So for the past week, I've been home. Just like literally home with Misha and trying to get ready for my 2.5 week trip to LA. So I'm booked out there. I'm leaving on Wednesday. So by the time you hear this, it'll be Monday. I'll be leaving Wednesday and I'll be in LA for almost 3 weeks. So just trying to get my shit together and keep my house together, right? And try to like unpack, pack, and keep everything together. Plus having to deal with fucking dog fighting over here. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what's going on? It's been pretty stressful. But you know what? What I want to say is that what I learned from the whole thing is that my dogs aren't fucked up. My dogs aren't vicious. They took one little fight too far. And if we do nothing about it, then it'll probably happen again. So we decided to enroll both of them into coaching, dog coaching. Okay. I believe so much in coaching. My dogs are getting fucking coaching. Okay. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on how they're doing. But Charlie's going to be gone for 4 weeks. She's going to full-blown rehab because she was in 2 fights. The first fight, she was jumped and attacked by irresponsible people at a dog boarding facility who should not have been, honestly, watching dogs. And the second time she just took a little play fight too far. But those 2 things, that's too much for me. We must take care of this. She's too good of a girl to have, these little accidents. So I'm so excited that we found this amazing dog coaching place. So I'm going to keep you guys posted on this, and I'm going to make sure I update you. And you can hear her in the background crying. She's like always like on edge, like always guarding the house, all of the things. But like she just needs to like calm down. Right? So we have them both enrolled. They're both starting on Tuesday. So Misha's going to be gone 3 weeks to deal with her separation anxiety and spitefulness because she is a husky and she can be very rude. Like if I don't give her a treat or if I don't give her some of my food, she may or may not chew the table I'm sitting at right next to me while looking at me. So she's really spiteful. Both of my dogs have issues. We all have issues, honestly. So I literally feel like they're going to therapy to deal with their shit. And now I can be a better parent, dog owner, because I need training too. I can be better for them by just taking action. So I'm really kind of sad with myself that we let it get to a fight with them to get them like, intensive training. But I feel like really excited and really proud that we're doing the training with them because I know they're going to live such a better life when they can just calm down a little bit and just realize that like they're dogs and that they're not here to, protect us from every squirrel, every bug, you know what I mean? Because they're just so protective and like crazy, right? So 2 high energy dogs. If you have dogs, if you're a dog person, you'll understand. You'll like this one, I feel, if you're a dog person, because I'm sure you've broken up your fair amount of fights. I'm sure you felt like shit about it. And it's like, you don't even want to tell anybody because you're just like, they're going to think my dog is vicious. But like my dog is not vicious. They're beautiful little angel babies. They just like beat the shit out of each other, right? So, But that doesn't give you the excuse. You know, if you notice that your dogs are anxious, if they have anxiety, if they're stress chewing, if they're anxious at everything that they see, our consultation today, we had a 2-hour evaluation with Charlie today, and I'm going to tell you what I learned about it. Number one, everything that she's going through, 99.9% chance we can overcome with training. All of her issues are the same issues that everybody else's dogs have, right? And not to mention, my baby Charlie was thrown out of a car window when she was 4 weeks old. So she's had it a lot rougher than everybody. So all of these things, you can't expect a dog to be normal, just like you can't expect a human to be normal if they've gone through trauma and if they've gone through stuff like that. So you have to get them some help, right? So, you know, enough was enough. We're like, we're going to make sure she lives the best life possible. We need to get her the training. The whole I don't have time thing, it's not an excuse anymore. So all of this has been happening, which, you know, it's been stressful, but it's taught me so much. And I really am grateful we found this place. It's in Prospect, Connecticut. It's called Coaching for Paws. They've done nothing for me yet, so I can't really give you a great review on them. But I can tell you that the evaluation they gave us, she was amazing. She was informative. She was non-judgmental. She was super honest. And it really made me comfortable because the facility is a doggy daycare facility, all with certified dog trainers. So my dog's not just going to get dumped off at a boarding place where they can get attacked. I didn't know this was a problem until it happened to me. So if you have a dog, if you have a puppy, all of the things, I'm going to recommend you invest in the training early. I wish I did, but we have 2 good girls. We leave them off the leash. They're good. They listen and stuff like that. But you never know a dog. You never know. And the best thing that you can do is get them the training that they need and be a good owner and don't be in denial of it. You know what I mean? Don't, oh, I have a good, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No. It's not. You are the boss. The dog is a dog, right? So that's where Steve and I are getting at, where we do spoil our dogs raw, and he's way better than me. I feed them off my fork. I'm so bad. I don't know if anyone else is the same way, but whatever. Judge me, don't care. So I wanted to just share with you a little bit about my dogs because they're really important to me. A little bit about my health, which is becoming more and more important to me. And in this episode, I want to share with you, I will be at ISSE Long Beach, and I will be hanging out with all of the kids who won Beacon this upcoming weekend in Long Beach, California. ISSE, one of the biggest hair shows. Me and Jay Ladner will be teaching our Brace for Impact class. This class has 2 parts. The first part, I believe, is a free class. Don't quote me. It's a free class, I believe, at ISSE, where we're going to go in and share with you some empowering information, some really, really great information. Jay is going to be sharing his 10 ways to slay, and I'm going to be sharing the 6 client needs on how to get any client addicted to you. It's going to be a fabulous presentation. And then after that, you have the opportunity to sign up and do our color class. Our color class is filling up really quickly, and the people at ISSE have been just so incredible. So thank you, Leslie. Thank you, everyone at ISSE, for giving us this opportunity as independent educators. It's a dream come true. I've always wanted to teach my own class at a hair show independently with no, they reached out directly to us, and that was really, really incredible. So thank you to the amazing people at PBA and ISSE and all of the people who are organizing this event and doing everything, because what you're doing and giving a chance to independent educators, you're opening a whole new career opportunity for hairstylists by giving us these opportunities. So thank you so much. And if you're interested in taking my class at ISSE, I would love to meet you. We do spend a lot of time with our attendees before and after, so please come. I hope I get to meet you there. It's very affordable. I couldn't even tell you the price off the top of my head. It's not up in front of me, but it's very, very affordable education, and there will be so much value. So I'm so excited about that, and I'll see you at ISSE. And then after that, we've got a bunch more classes coming up. My hands-on class in February is almost sold out. Confidence almost sold out. If you're looking for a really strong class to start your year, my strategic color placement hands-on and confident, they're back-to-back, a Sunday, Monday. If you purchase both tickets, you'll get $100 off in your cart. You just have to use the code SCP100. S is in Sam, C is in color, P is in placement, so strategic color placement, SCP 100. If both items are in your cart, you're going to get $100 off both of those classes, okay? Along with that, our Hair Doctor hoodies are sold out, but we just ordered a brand new re-up order of them, so those will be in shortly. Everything is shipped. I hope that you guys like your Hair Doctor hoodies. I was really trying to come up with something comfy, cozy, cute, but like fashionable, and just something that you guys could wear that's like cute, where you can live your passion, wear your passion, show what you love to do, because I know whenever I wear Hair Doctor anything, people stop me, and it's really fun, and it just really like helps you hand out cards. And I love the hoodies, and the quality is 100,000 times amazing, so much better. Our tank tops, I love that they're on the cheaper side and that you guys can wear them to work and destroy them. And, I don't want to give you guys a $50 tank top, right? I want something you guys can order again and again and just like love to wear and destroy. But your Hair Doctor hoodies are so much more like luxurious and soft. So I hope that you guys like them. I'm like living in them right now. And I'm really excited to launch something new like that. It was really a long time coming. I wanted to redesign and I wanted to do some stuff, but I wanted just something easy for you guys to wear and just something that you'd like. So thank you for the support on everything. Again, you guys are fucking amazing. I literally do all of this for you. That's just a little bit about what's going on in my life. And in our next episode, we'll share with you a little bit about the values I think every business should be valuing. So I'm going to share with you some of my biggest values in business now. And I'm going to share with you what I think the most successful salons have to have in the center of their values to be successful in this day and age. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait. You guys, I love you so much. I can't wait to meet you all in person. You can always shop for any of my classes. You can join our mastermind group. Visit ginabianca.com, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you for listening to the Gina Bianca podcast.